All right, so there's a couple of different studies out, and obviously this is a new variant, Omicron, that we're taking a look at. Some of those studies from South Africa, obviously they had it, before us, and they show those lower rates of hospitalizations than previous versions of the virus, which seems like it could be good news. But then you look at the other studies of how it's replicating.
So what's basically the Omicron is about, I'd say, 8 times more transmittable. So if we look at this data, I think that that's 100% clear to us that this is much more transmittable. The big question that everyone is asking about Omicron is it more severe? And how do we know how that is? Now, the early data looks like it's less severe, but the problem is, if you look at most communities, the vaccination rates are really high in the elderly. So that means most of the people getting Omicron are unvaccinated younger folks. So they have less hospitalizations. That does not mean that it's less severe. It just means that we have younger people in these studies. We need to wait and see and sit back and see what happens when it affects older people or those at risk.
Right, because people in the study were, the median age was 34, and people in that age group typically have milder symptoms.
Yeah, so it's really hard, and I've been, everyone on everybody talking about this. Every scientist, every epidemiologist keeps saying we need to wait and see. So far, good news. It's not does not look worse than Delta. It looks more mild than Delta, but we need to wait and see. If I was a gambling man, I would be betting a little bit that this is going to be a milder form of COVID. But that's maybe just me being so hopeful.
Well, we need hope.